What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Always Compete Seahawks podcast. I am Sam, that is Mike, and today we're going to be answering a very interesting question, and a question that kind of went immediately on my mind as soon as this draft finished, which was, is this the best draft since 2012 for Pete Carroll and John Schneider? Obviously, we know that from 2010 to 2012, they had a miraculous stretch.
Masterclass.
Earl Thomas, Russell Okung, Richard Sherman, KJ Wright, Cam Chancellor,
Bobby
Byron
Wagner,
Maxwell,
Russell Wilson.
Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson.
Bruce Irvin, who was solid.
Who was solid.
There was another guy there.
Doug Baldwin was undrafted. Jermaine Kearse was undrafted. All these guys are studs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ultimately what led them to winning a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, you're like, that's very impressive. And it's kind of what they've hung their head on this entire time. However, their last, 9 drafts or 8 drafts before this year have been pretty rough.
Yeah.
So we're going to be going through it and examining these one by one, seeing which ones we think.
Are we going to rank them at the end? Are we going to say?
We may be able to rank them. I just think that we kind of compare them head on to begin.
Yeah.
And we're obviously going to start with 2013. Mike, do you know what happened with the first round pick in 2013?
Didn't we take? Was it Christian Michael that we took?
He was our first pick, but the first round pick went
to
we Minnesota Vikings
for Percy Harvin. Yep, Percy Harvin.
Which is maybe the worst trade in NFL history.
That was not good.
One of the worst.
What's with the Seahawks and trading first rounders, bro? It don't really work out too many.
I mean, Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams
has been better. It's just
Jimmy Graham.
So Kristen Michael was the first round pick in his career. He's now out of the league. Played 5 years.
What, he played 3 with us? I think he played.
And in his career, barely cracked 1,000 yards rushing.
Stinky.
They drafted him when they had Marshawn Lynch in his prime. So
I don't understand that. I never understood that.
It's a little bizarre. Our next pick was defensive tackle. Actually, I kind of remember this guy. Only spent 4 years in the league, but actually had one decent season with the Seahawks. This is Jordan Hill. Do you remember Jordan Hill?
I remember Jordan Hill. He
had
was
5.5 sacks in 2014, and afterwards was out of the league in 2 years. So
sweet. So stinky again. Nice.
Out of the league by the age of 25. So rough start for John and Pete. Did they draft a future Hall of Famer in the later rounds? No. With the 4th round pick, they selected Chris Harper, wide receiver. If you're wondering why that name doesn't sound familiar, it's because he only played in 4 career games.
Oh my God.
With his only recorded stat being a tackle, and he is a wide receiver.
That is
very.
This has got to be, in terms of defending your title, this has got to be an awful start, bro. This is a terrible.
Jesse Williams, defensive tackle, never played a snap. Yeah. Farrell Simon. Do you remember Farrell Simon, Mike? Do you remember Farrell Simon?
Barely.
Came in when Cam Chancellor was hurt, and he was bad. He was out of the league by 2016. 5 career games started. 5th round, it kind of redeems here with Luke Wilson. Wilson kind of a fan favorite.
I think he's more of a fan favorite than he is.
7-year career. He never really had the stats to back it up, but, a 7-year career nonetheless is kind of impressive. Carve out a career for yourself. And he would have played longer if he didn't get a bone.
Yeah, he
disease,
got some
a heart disease or something. I don't know.
And he did catch the 2-point conversion in the NFC Championship game the next year.
Very notable.
If nothing else, that's what he's known for. Yeah.
Now, this guy actually had a kind of memorable career. The most memorable player on this list was not for the Seahawks, though. Spencer Ware, who had a solid 4-year stretch with the Chiefs, including 1 year where he rushed for damn near 1,000 yards.
I do remember that, actually. Why did they take 2 running backs when they had Marshawn?
It's a great question.
And then when they
Spencer Ware only spent the 2013 season, which was his rookie year, on the roster, where he had 3 rushes totaling 10 yards.
And then, even though they took 2 running backs, they didn't run the ball in the Super Bowl. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm still upset about
that. Ryan Seymour next. 3-year career, none with the Seahawks.
Nice.
Ty Powell, defensive end, 2-year career, none with the Seahawks. Okay.
Never.
7th round, Jared Smith, 1-year career. Actually, no, a 0-year career, did never play a snap.
0-year career, didn't even make a team.
Michael Bowie.
This is making me depressed, bro.
Michael Bowie, tackle, pick 242. Started 8 games in 2013.
Wow. Okay. Solid. For 7th rounder, that's pretty good value. Never heard of him, but that's pretty good value for a 7th rounder.
Okay.
This draft is awful. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a bad draft. I mean, like, this is like an F. This is like legitimately an F draft.
This is legit an F draft.
This is what analysts thought the 2013 draft was. I mean, the 2012 draft was. Yeah. This is what they thought it was.
Probably
yeah.
F.
Yeah. I just don't. Why would you pick a short quarterback? It just doesn't make sense.
Okay, that's so 2013 really bad. Like,
now we're on
atrocious.
Yeah. That's an F.
Talk about polar opposites from 2012 to 2013. I mean, come on, man. That's
really rough.
Even that's just really not rough. Even. It's even one thing if it's like, oh, the players just suck. But you took a running back with your first pick when you have Martin. Why? Why would you do that?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
So that's just bad.
Yeah, that's a rough. Like, that's like a really rough class. That one hurts.
That's awful. That's really
I mean,
bad. I never realized how bad that was.
Yeah, like it's like seriously bad. I didn't.
This is, I think, a big reason. Just like wasted draft, and we'll get more into it later. But like wasted drafts like this are the reason why like we haven't recaptured any of the same success.
2014, Mike. Do you know what they did with their first pick in that year's class?
That one was. We didn't have a first round pick.
We did not have a first round pick, but it was our first pick.
I don't know who was the second round pick that year.
Paul Richardson.
We took him before.
A 6-year career, had really only one good year.
2017
awful after. 2017 had 703 yards, 6 touchdowns. After that, was terrible.
We took him before Devontae Adams, so
yeah, that's a rough pick for sure.
Great
Justin Britt with our second round pick.
Solid.
Spent 6 years with the Hawks, so I mean, it's not terrible.
That's now, a pretty typical second round.
He's actually carved out a bit of time in Houston, so not bad. Cassius Marsh, do you remember Cassius Marsh?
I do remember Cassius Marsh. Cassius Marsh played for the Bears last year too, so
he was on the Bears last year. Mike, this is arguably the best career we have looked at so far. Has played 96 career games. Has spent 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish years in the NFL.
Played with the Seahawks, Patriots, Niners, and Bears. Am I missing one?
He played with a lot of teams. Seahawks, Patriots, Niners, Cardinals, Colts, Jags, Steelers, Bears.
I did not know the last like 4 other than the Bears. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, nice. He's it's been a rough list when you look through like 1.5 drafts, and the best player is Cassius Marsh. I mean,
isn't he a dude that does like the backflip when he gets a sack?
Maybe.
Or does the like cool like spin thing? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong guy. But
Mike, you might know this name because he played for Alabama. This is Kevin Norwood.
Wide receiver?
Yeah.
I don't.
2 games started in 1 year with the Seahawks, then went to Carolina and was out of the league in 2 years.
Nice. Appreciate it, John.
Yeah, great. Fun fact about this next one, Kevin Pierre Lewis, fun fact, I know his brothers.
Oh, word.
They were in the same team, not on my exact team, but they were in the same program of Pee Wee football as me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, shout out to Malcolm.
I don't think they'd be on the same team, being that they're like 15 years older. That'd be kind of weird if they were just like stiff arming 5-year-olds.
Yeah, like they're like in the oldest team. I was in the youngest team. But,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, he was on Houston last year. Did not know that, but he's played every single year of his career since 2014.
How many of those have been with the Seahawks?
3.
Okay. Right.
Ouch. Now moving on to our next one. Now I've never heard of this one. Defensive tackle out of Middle Tennessee State, Jimmy Staton.
Can't say I've ever heard of him either.
Never, ever played a snap.
That's why we never heard of him.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of a rough one there. Now we have Garrett Scott, offensive lineman. Doesn't even have a picture in the Pro Football Reference database. Woo. Played 0 snaps.
Woo. Nice.
Eric Pinkins, defensive back. Played 6 games for the Seahawks, 3 total career tackles.
Sweet. He's averaging half a tackle a game. You love to see that production.
Yeah, hey, that's production right there.
That is production.
Last one is defensive back Kiro Small. Didn't make this team with the Seahawks in 2014. Goes to the Browns, where he plays 3 games and leaves the NFL.
This is like probably another
like
F
a
draft.
D minus. It's like a D minus at the very most.
On F. Yeah. No, this is really.
Now this one is a sneaky hit for the first 2 picks alone. 2015. Mike, do you know who this was?
Oh, I know who one of them are. Tyler Lockett is in this draft somewhere.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett is in this draft, but this one is also kind of a hit, though.
What's the position?
Defensive end.
Frank Clark. There we go.
Frank Clark. Actually had a very good career with the Seahawks. With the Chiefs, not so much, but with the Seahawks, had a 3-year stretch of 10 sacks, 9 sacks, and 13 sacks.
And didn't we? So if I remember correctly, we traded this pick to the Chiefs. We traded him to the Chiefs, and with that pick, we ended up trading down, and that's how we got DK, right?
Or it was how we got Marquise Blair. I'm not sure. It was one of the two.
Yeah, but either way, we were able to flip him for really good assets. So this was a really good pick. He was solid for us.
Yeah, Frank Clark. Then we have, of course, Tyler Lockett. You know him.
Yep.
Good draft. 7-year career, 1-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro, 6,000 total career yards. Holds the record for most receptions by a Seahawks player in a season. Great.
Solid. Great start.
Awesome start. Moving on, we have Terry Poole, guard out of San Diego State.
Can't say I've heard of him.
Never, ever played a snap in the NFL. So
that's why. All right.
Quick nosedive.
We were
straight to hell there.
Straight to hell, guy. Jeez, it was brutal.
I'm not saying that he's going straight to hell. I'm saying that his career went straight to hell.
This draft quality went nosedive.
Yeah, Mark Glowinski. This guy.
Ooh, is that a guard? Is that the guard?
Yeah, not good with the Seahawks.
Went to the Colts, I believe.
Solid with the Colts.
Yeah.
Played 3 full seasons, starting 16 games each year.
So good player, but in terms
good player,
of what he
just
did for
not
the
for the Seahawks. Good player, just not for the Seahawks.
So
cornerback next up is Ty Smith.
I have no recollection of him.
Played with Minnesota.
No recollection of Ty Smith. To be honest with you.
No recollection of him either. But hey,
you know what? It's all good. He's here.
I mean, he's still in the league.
Yeah, good for him.
Give him some credit, I guess. Next up, this guy is definitely not in the league. What about defensive end Obum Gwacham?
That's an A pick just for the name.
Yeah, honestly. Never played a snap with the Seahawks. 2.5 career sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery.
Sweet.
Which I mean, those are Hall of Fame worthy stats, right there.
Obviously, yeah. It's 2.5 and 1 and 1 more than I have.
This next one has like a Nordic thing to it. Christian Sokoli, defensive tackle, played 1 game with the Seahawks in 2015 and was out of the league immediately afterwards. So,
all right.
And last one is defensive back Ryan Murphy. Never played a game with the Seahawks. Played 3 games with the Giants in 2017. Never played another snap. So, Mike, I mean, the first 2 picks,
they really saved this whole draft.
It makes like a B minus, maybe like a C plus.
I was gonna say like a C.
C. I mean, well, Tyler Lockett.
I'll say C plus. Yeah, I'll say C plus. You got 2 really solid players. I'll give that a C plus. Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid right there. Now moving on to 2016, Mike. Do you remember the first round pick from this year?
Didn't we give it away to New Orleans for?
No, we kept this one. Who
was it? What position?
Tackle.
I don't even want to hear it.
It's the main man himself.
I don't even want to hear it.
Jermaine Fetty.
F draft. Don't even name it F draft. F for false start.
I mean, I'm just going to kind of go down the board because we kind of know how this draft went. This was the year that we had a ton of picks and really none of them panned out. Well, except for 1 or 2 of them. Jermaine Fetty bad. Jaron Reed in 2016. Pretty good. 24.5 career sacks. CJ Prosise. Do you remember the hype train?
I was so excited for CJ Prosise. He came out of Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, Notre Dame.
I was so excited for CJ Prosise. He just could not stay on the field, man. That's so sad.
Nick Vanette. I think he's still in the league somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, never really did much, but sure.
This next one, Mike, I'm going to give you a hint. His most notable play as a Seahawk is stepping on Russell Wilson's foot, causing a safety in a playoff game?
Oh, it's the guard. I know. It's the play against Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't think of his name though.
It's a tough name. Reese Odiambo.
Yeah, I knew it was some
Boise
weird last
State,
name.
out of the league by 2018.
I'll never forget
this
that.
next one just actually returned to the Seahawks. Quentin Jefferson. Hey, right?
Hey, you know what I remember from Quentin Jefferson when he like threw stuff at the Jaguars fans when he got ejected.
No, that was funny.
That was really funny. I'm not gonna lie. That was really funny.
Yeah, that's fun. Alex Collins was just on the team last year.
He all right. He left
just about 2,000 career rushing yards. This next one, Mike. This next one's kind of cursed. The play that I remember the most out of this guy is him getting bullied by DJ Jones from the 49ers on a Monday night game. This is the time that we upset them when they were undefeated, the year that they went to the Super Bowl. We upset them given their first loss.
DJ Jones? Wide receiver?
No, it's a center. Joey Hunt at TCU.
Joey Hunt was bad. He was bad.
And then the next two are Kenny Lawler and Zach Brooks. Kenny Lawler, wide receiver. Zach Brooks, running back. Both never played in the NFL. 2017. We feeling D? 2016. D plus.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. D plus probably.
It's kind of really become like a sobering video because it's just like,
yeah,
damn, man. And now I think by this point, every single player will at least become noticeable by name. 2017, Mike, do you remember our first pick in this year's draft? Not first round pick, just first pick.
First pick in 2017. I don't remember.
He never played a snap for the Seahawks.
Great, that's probably why I don't remember it. First pick. What
it was
position?
for a notable reason though. It was not for skill.
Malik McDowell.
Malik McDowell.
I was excited for him, dude. Oh my god,
it's really a shame because he probably would have been solid, but
I remember last year he came back with the Browns. It was pretty good, and I remember PFF made a tweet and it was like he had a 89 pass rush grade, and I was like, damn. And it was against the Bears too, which just added salt to my wound.
Yeah, 2017 second round pick, Malik Mcdowell. It was followed by another second round pick. This guy's still in the league. Actually, just went to the Browns with Malik McDowell. Ethan Posick.
Ethan Posick is
bad. This next one is notable. Shaquille Griffin, defensive back.
He's solid.
Yeah, solid. Right?
He went and got way overpaid in Jacksonville, but he's solid.
He's solid. Had a few good years with the Seahawks. Pro Bowler. Next one, Lano Hill.
Safety
out of Michigan.
Not that
he
good.
Was the Jamal Adams before we got Jamal Adams. He was Pete's Jamal Adams before we got Jamal Adams.
He was Aldi version Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
Before
next, Mike, I was so pumped for this dude, and he seemed like he just fell off a cliff. Nas Jones. Do you remember Nas Jones at D tackle?
I don't remember Nas Jones. No.
He had like a huge fumble recovery against the Packers. And it was called back, and I remember being really mad.
Was that game in Lambeau? I remember that.
Yeah, in Lambeau. It was the first week of the year, I think.
I remember. Yeah, it was week 1. I remember Russell Wilson getting absolutely just bullied that game. Like, they were in his face every other second of that game.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean,
Anyways.
Yeah.
Because our offensive linemen are terrible that they drafted.
This is the next one. I was really pumped for this dude because I remember watching his highlights after we picked him. I'm like, dude, this dude's a dog. Amara Darboh.
I remember the hype around that. Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
I do.
8 career receptions.
This never worked.
This next one is almost an infamous name in the Seahawks fandom. What about Tedrick Thompson?
You know, as bad as Tedrick Thompson might have been, I will never forget his game-winning pick against the Rams. That was hype.
Actually, I feel like I'll forget that was not the game-winning pick.
Oh, okay. So here's what happened. I remember. So he got a pick. Then we fumbled or something on a fourth down.
Well, we punted the ball away. We went 3 and out.
Yeah,
in a minute.
And Greg Zuerlein missed it.
That was the day. Went over the upright.
That was the day that that was the game after Paul Allen died, I believe.
It might have been.
I think so.
I'm trying to remember another notable event from that game. Oh, that was the Tyler Lockett toe tap in the end zone leaning game.
Yep.
Me and Mike were guys. If you want Seahawks knowledge.
We know what's up, bro. We don't forget
here. This next one, Mike, if you remember this dude, Mike Tyson.
I do remember the safety.
Out of Cincinnati, yeah.
Oh, wait, DN? He was DN?
No, DB.
Oh, DB. I thought he was DN. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was safety. Yeah.
Next one. by far the best Mississippi State tackle the Seahawks ever picked. What about Justin Senior? 6'5", 329.
Oh my God. Please don't give me nightmares of Charles Cross being like that, bro.
Now, Mike, these last two picks are really the saving grace of the drafts. They picked a young man at East Central Oklahoma University, David Moore, at pick 226.
That's for
solid contributor.
That's really good.
This is the real icing on the cake.
Chris Carson,
Oklahoma State running back Chris Carson at 249.
I'm feeling a C- in this draft.
C-, D+ maybe.
Yeah, I'm feeling C-.
No, it's got to be a C- because Shaq played meaningful years for us. Chris Carson still on the team. It's respectable.
Yeah.
This next year, Mike, 2018 first round pick. Do you remember who this is?
2018 first round pick. What position was it? Give me a position, then I could.
Running back.
My man. Boy.
Shad Betty.
My boy.
Yeah. Shad Betty. All right, so let's go through this. Rasheem Green, defensive tackle, just signed with Houston. Congratulations. Will Dissly still on the team.
I hate Will Dissly.
Against my wishes. Shaquille Griffin never really got to do much.
Good story, but never really was a big.
Trey Flowers.
God, F.
But Mike, you say F until you realize Michael Dixon is the next pick.
You're right. A. That's wrong. Yeah.
Jamarco Jones just signed with Tennessee, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think Tennessee, yeah.
Jacob Martin got us Jadeveon Clowney.
Who was the big, I was going to say big Jadeveon Clowney. Okay.
And then Alex Magoo.
You feeling a C on this draft?
I'm feeling like a D+. Because, as much as I love Michael Dixon, he's
a punter, yeah.
He's a punter. It's not so valuable. 2019, I'm going to stop asking questions because it should be fairly easy to remember at this point. LJ Collier, first round pick. Ouch. Marquise Blair, just can't stay on the goddamn field.
DK, though. DK. That's
DK is the next pick. That's a big one right there.
That's the first probably like home run they hit since 2012. That's what I would say.
It kind of is crazy to say that, but you're not wrong.
That's kind of really sad. Honestly, that's really sad.
Wow.
Other than DK, go keep going. Who
that kind of hurts. So DK, Cody Barton, special teams ace and probably starting middle linebacker this year. So that's fun. Gary Jennings never played a snap with the Seahawks.
I remembered. Wasn't Russell Wilson like his basketball coach or something as a kid? And he was like, "I'm so excited to play with Russell Wilson," and then didn't make the roster.
That's so sad. That's so sad, man.
Awful.
Phil Haynes still on the roster. Shout out,
my boy.
Ugo Amadi still on the roster.
I was so hyped for Ugo, man. I was so hyped for Ugo Amadi.
He's played meaningful games for us.
He's okay, but he's nothing like special.
He's just okay. Yeah. Ben Burr-Kirven, recovering from an ACL tear, but once again, special teams ace.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Homer.
Our least favorite player up until the Jaguars game. Now we love him.
And now he's totally redeemed himself.
My boy.
DeMarcus Christmas.
Greatest. I was about to say, well, where's DeMarcus Christmas in here, man? That's the greatest defensive tackle of all time.
By the way, this is the man who I call the one catch wonder, John Ursula.
John Ursula, baby. Let's go.
One career catch. I'm not going to tell you what the catch was, but if you remember the catch, you're a G. You are a G. Let's go to
Was it against the Niners?
It was against the Niners. It was the 1 inch, as I call it, the 1 inch short game. The 1 inch short game. Let's go to 2020. Jordan Brooks.
We feeling a C. We feeling a C for.
Oh, and last one, like a C+. Because they've had guys who made meaningful contributions, DK's the home run.
All right,
2020 Jordan Brooks.
Good.
Home run, in my opinion.
I like that.
I like Darryl Taylor has the upside to be a home run.
Really like Darryl Taylor as well. Yes.
Damian Lewis.
Solid.
Still starting.
Solid.
Still starting.
But the special thing, solid.
Colby Parkinson.
I wish we'd utilize him more. I think he's
I wish we would actually use him because he is talent.
Mm-hmm. He's 6'7".
DJ Dallas. A little bit of a fan favorite.
Yeah, I like him. He's solid.
What about Alton Robinson?
Ooh, that's a good steal. That's a good value for where we got him.
Solid value. He's had a few good games. Freddie Swain, really solid value there. 502 career yards, 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, I really like Freddie Swain.
Pick 214. And then in 2020, I mean, at 251, do you remember this one? Steven Sullivan.
I do. Isn't he the tight end that we made a defensive end?
Yeah, and he was actually not bad.
He actually was Loki. So he went to
And
LSU,
then,
I think. LSU.
And then we got rid of him. Yeah, LSU.
Yeah.
Then we got rid of him.
I'll give that one a C.
So it's like a C. Like it's maybe a C plus.
All right, let's go through.
And then finally, 2021, D. Eskridge just hasn't done anything yet.
No, it's too early. It's too early to judge these guys.
It's too early to judge these guys. I feel like we're never going to put a grade on this, but Trey Brown showed home run potential, just hasn't really done it yet. And Stone Forsythe probably will never play a snap in the NFL if Charles Cross can stay healthy.
And Abraham Lucas. So,
but I mean, there's even Curran behind Lucas. I think.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So
we can't really grade that one, but
All right. So just going through really quick, since winning the Super Bowl, the Seahawks have had F draft. No, well, okay. So 2013 we won the Super Bowl. Okay. So 2013 we won the Super Bowl. The year that year was an F draft. Then next year was a D- draft. Then it was a C+ draft. Then it was a D+, C-, D+, C+, C. That's awful.
That's
awful.
bad.
That's awful.
I think this year's class on paper looks infinitely better.
I would hope that it's better than our if our draft was a GPA, we'd have like a 1.2 GPA.
Yeah. So, Mike, the real question is, to finish out this video, is this draft on paper the best draft since 2012?
I mean, it's kind of hard not to be. I mean,
you have the ninth pick, I will say. That's what this draft does have.
The only, I guess, competitor would be 2019. That's because we hit an absolute home run with DK. So, Charles Cross could very easily be a home run, right?
And then you're
Kobe
talking
Bryant,
about Kenneth Walker in a Seahawks offense could be a home run.
So, I mean, any of these guys could be home runs, and especially having a franchise tackle, good corner depth. I think at bare minimum, we got a good tackle, we got some corner depth, we got a playmaking running back.
And we have a franchise running back. We have a hopefully bookend right and left tackle for the next 10 years.
Right. I mean, I think those guys are definitely going to start this year, if I'm being honest. So, I think it'd be very hard to not beat the other drafts. If not though, if this draft flops, we need to seriously consider giving John Snyder the can. There's too many bad drafts in here. You can't just have 2012 be 2010, 11, and 12, that 3-year masterclass. Not only the drafts, they traded for Marshawn. They traded for Michael Bennett. They got Cliff Averill in free agency. They got Chris Clemens. They got all those guys. After 2012, what have they done really? I mean, that's a really good question to look at. They made bad trades.
I mean, is this kind of a wake up call for JS? Just kind of looking at we have highly regarded JS and saying Pete is the problem, but does this kind of put some of the blame on him though?
I think it does. I think it really does. As the job as a general manager is to keep, replenishing talented players and keep getting talented players on the field. And they just have not done that in the draft. Additionally, you can look at a lot of the trades they've made that have hindered the franchise. Percy Harvin trade, the Jimmy Graham trade was really bad. You could say the Jamal Adams trade was really bad. There are just trades that just do not work out. And honestly, it's kind of concerning, to be honest. It's kind of concerning, but
it is.
That's a good way to end the video. I think
it's a good way to end it. I mean, this is a wake up call. This draft needs to hit. It really needs to hit, because back then you're contending. If you get one really good player and the rest of the draft sucks, then la-di-da, you get one really good player.
Yeah.
Now it's you have to hit on all of these to build the team back up to where you want them to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to wrap it up. Leave your thoughts in the comments below on what you think this draft will be, and also just kind of how do you think that this draft will age in the long run, and how you think it looks now. As always, leave a like, subscribe, check out this podcast wherever you get your podcast. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.